What's happening, people? I hope you're all well. So, Jared Anderson defeats Charles Martin over 10 rounds. And that was a good performance by Jared Anderson. Shout out to Martin. He took the fight on short notice. He came in there and did his thing. Jared Anderson showed me that he knows how to fight the southpaw. He was battling for the lead hand control. He was trying to get his foot on the outside, and he was, showing how to fight a southpaw, that he knew how to fight a southpaw. Martin was pretty much doing the same thing. He was trying to get his lead hand control going, and he was trying to use his southpaw stance to as an advantage against Jared Anderson. The difference at the start of this fight was the superior speed. Now, Jared Anderson is a lot younger than Charles Martin, but Anderson was using his superior speed, and he was catching Martin with regularity. And Anderson would switch from time to time from orthodox to southpaw. Sometimes he would be in the southpaw stance. And I think that, although it's good to be able to find both stances, if you're not confident or you're not really good at both, stick to one. Because if you go in the southpaw stance against an experienced southpaw who's been fighting their whole career as a southpaw, that can end dangerous for you. But it was actually when he was in the southpaw stance that he scored his knockdown. Now, I don't think Martin was hurt by it, but, watching it, it looked like a punch landed, and then Martin hit the canvas. So Martin gets knocked down in round 3. Up to that point, it's pretty much all Jared Anderson. But then in round 5, Martin catches Jared Anderson. I think it might have been a straight left hand. And Martin gets and Anderson gets buzzed. Martin catches Anderson with a left hand, I think, and Anderson was buzzed. And then after that, he was getting caught with regularity for the remainder of that round. It seemed like Martin couldn't miss Anderson. So Martin has punch power. He hits hard. And I said in the preview that, forget the Joshua fight, because that fight was what it was. If you know boxing, then you know what that fight was. Martin is a good fighter, and he caught Anderson, and he hurt him. He hurt him in the 5th round, and Anderson was hurt for the remainder of that round, and even the start of the 2nd round. I gave both rounds 5 and 6 to Martin, but credit to Anderson because he gathered himself together. And he went on to win, most of the remaining rounds, in my opinion. Martin, he doesn't really fight at a fast pace. He's more about timing you and catching you right and setting his shots up, which is a good thing. But also on the flip side of that, it can also mean that he's losing rounds if the opportunities don't present themselves. So I gave Anderson, I think, the majority of the rest of the rounds. I think I scored 1 round a draw, and I gave the last round, truth be told, to Martin because I think he did buzz Anderson right at the end of that round, and Anderson wasn't dominating enough for me to say, well, he only got caught once, but he still won the round. But either way, Anderson gets the win. He gets pushed, he gets hurt, but he shows, awareness of how to fight the southpaw. He shows superior speed, snap, athleticism, and I like Anderson as a prospect. He's going to be a serious problem in the heavyweight division for years to come. So he gets the win, and I want to see him next fight. I think he's ready for the likes of Otto Wallin and Jermaine Frank. I think those will produce similar results right now. But I don't want to see him step up and fight too higher level opposition right now as he's developing, because if he gets a loss he doesn't need to pick up, then it's a bit damaging. Is Top Rank looking to make the Arsenbek Makhmudov fight? Because Makhmudov was on the undercard, I don't know. But then Anderson was hurt in the fight, so maybe there's going to be reservations about that, because Makhmudov is seriously dangerous. But as it stands right now, it's a good win for Anderson, a very good win for Anderson. Shout out to Martin for putting up a show, honestly. Shout out to Charles Martin for that. That was a good look from Charles Martin. People seem to mock Charles Martin. I'm telling you, Charles Martin's a good fight. If you actually forget the whole Joshua fight, yeah, and actually look at Martin's resume. He fought very well against Adam Kownacki when Kownacki was looking good. He beat that unbeaten prospect, I forgot his name, who's now gone on to not do much, but he beat that guy. I forgot his name, honestly. That guy lost to Hergovich as well. He beat Gerald Washington in spectacular fashion. He dropped Luis Ortiz multiple times. Martin's a good fighter. He's a solid fighter, solid top 20 fighter, people. And Anderson just went and showed that he's above that. So there's good going. Shout out to both guys for this fight. Anderson gets the win. And he gets the win and he moves on. I reckon he's ready for some of the top. I reckon he beat Dillian Whyte right now. I reckon there are fighters that he would beat right now, but just take it slow. There's no rush. Not too slow, but take it relatively slow and see what happens in the future. So what did you make of the fight? What did you make of the moments where Martin had success and actually hurt Anderson? And let me know what you think should happen next with regards to Anderson's career. Should he take that Makhmudov fight? Let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video. And I'll see you on the next video.